All I can say is that you're different. You were made different for a reason. You've always stood out for a reason. You've always rode your own wave for a reason. You've never gotten attached to trends for a reason. You've never fit in with certain groups of people for a reason. You never participated in certain things for a reason. It's simply put because you're different. In fact, you've been chosen. You've been set apart from the world. God knew you were the one out of the 99. You always just stood out. That's been you. You've questioned and you've wondered, God, why me? Why is the path that I'm taking so untraditional? Why can't I just flourish in traditional spaces like everyone else? Why is my route so different? Why does it seem like my route comes with so much heartbreak, so much pain? Why do people hate me that I love? Why are people jealous of me for the things I have when I never wanted them? God, why do you favor me and not the next person? God, do you hear me? Do you understand where I'm coming from? That by you favoring me, it causes people around me to hate me, to be jealous of me, to envy me. You've asked yourself these questions for years. You've asked God these questions for years. God, why am I different? Why? I walk into every environment trying to keep a low profile, not trying to attract any attention to me, any attention to myself, not being loud, not being boastful, not being flashy, instead choosing to be humble, choosing to be modest, choosing to stay hidden. Instead, every time I walk into environments, people notice me. Every time I try to run away from the calling, somebody appoints me. Every time I try to deny that responsibility, it always pulls me back in. It always finds me. Why am I so different? A lot of the favor that you have on your life, it was meant for you to have. And it was meant for you to share. We learn in the book of Genesis from the story of Joseph how you may be born into favor you never asked for. You may receive a certain level of love that you never asked for. And in turn, often the people closest to you tend to resent you for it. They tend to throw you under the bus as if you chose this life, as if you chose to be so gifted and so talented, as if you chose to be so beautiful inside and out, as if you chose to be so well spoken, as if you chose to be so financially well off, as if you chose to be so favored. We learn from Joseph being so favored, so blessed, and so special that all that did was cause his family, his brothers, to hate him more and more. So much so that his love for his brothers turned into hate for him. Their hate for him turned into them selling him off into slavery. Imagine that. Imagine growing up in a family where all you want to do is love and to be loved. All you're choosing to do is to be yourself and to appreciate everyone else being themselves. All you want to do is share your dreams and your ideas. When you share your love, when you share your dreams, when you share your ideas, there's people closest to you who take that and they use it as fuel to continue to hate you because they don't have what you've got. The beauty in you going through such heartache is that it produces such good character within you. You learn to not be like the people who hurt you. You learn to love when everyone else is showing hate. You learn to be a giver when everyone else is choosing to be selfish. You come to realize that despite how much it hurts for me to be generous and to be taken advantage of time after time again, you come to realize that pleasing the Father that gives you life in heaven is more important than being liked by others. My life was never meant to make sense to everyone. But for as unique as my life is, my life was always meant to be understood by the one who created me. See, being set apart causes you to learn how to be confident in yourself. It teaches you how to operate in isolated spaces. It teaches you identity outside of the opinions of the crowd. You learn so much valuable things. You learn so many valuable things when you choose to be firm in your relationship with God and not dependent upon the relationships with man. Man will never understand why God chose you. I need you to understand that God chose you for a reason. He chose you because he loves you. He chose you because he knew you had the heart to steward what he's giving you. Don't get caught up on the hate that people pour into you or throw at you. Don't get caught up on people's jealousy, because the reality of the situation is that the people who hate you or the people who are jealous of you, they don't understand what it took to become you. They don't understand the weight, the burden of the responsibility in life that you carry. They don't know what it feels like to have to scratch and claw just to be where most people are, because they choose to follow the system that's been built. They don't know what it's like to have to trust in God and have faith outside of a system. Most people have been conditioned to believe that God can only work in one way. God is showing through your life that there's many ways that God can work in the lives of his creation. Everybody's route's different. Your route is different. Instead of resenting or being upset about why you were chosen to be different or set apart, or take the long route, the right route, instead of taking the short route, the easy route, embrace it. Embrace the fact that good things come to those who take their time. Embrace it that you were made to be authentic, not to be a puppet. Embrace it that your life requires faith, not control. Embrace it. You're different. And that's all I gotta say to you, is that you're different. Just like Joseph, you're different. God's going to continue to use you to break chains off of your family, to break chains off of the people in this world who are attached to your calling. Take all that hate, all that jealousy, all that envy, all that negativity, use it as fuel for love, to bless those who curse you, to love those who hate you. Use it as fuel to do good in this world, just as Joseph did, despite how his family treated him and what they did to him and what he went through because of them. God worked everything together for his good. Instead of choosing to be bitter and to be hateful and to be spiteful, Joseph chose to still bless his family, to still love his family despite. It doesn't mean he wasn't angry. It doesn't mean he wasn't sad. It just means that he prioritized love over hate. God wants you to do the same.